Founded in northern Italy, Lucchini Mame has spent decades refining the art and science of large-scale forging. Their facility handles steel billets that can weigh several tons, heating them to temperatures exceeding 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Hot enough that the metal glows a brilliant orange-white and becomes workable under extreme mechanical force. The process begins in the furnace. Large steel ingots are carefully heated for hours to ensure a uniform temperature throughout the entire cross-section. Because uneven heating leads to weak spots, and in a crankshaft, that's simply not acceptable. These aren't components for lawnmowers. We're talking about crankshafts destined for massive ship engines, industrial generators, and heavy-duty machinery. Once at temperature, the glowing billet is moved, often by overhead cranes, to a hydraulic forging press, and these presses are no joke. Lucchini Mame operates forging equipment capable of delivering tens of thousands of tons of force, shaping the steel through a series of controlled blows and compressions. Each step of the forging sequence is carefully planned to align the grain structure of the metal, giving the finished crankshaft incredible strength and fatigue resistance that simply cannot be achieved through casting alone. After rough forging, the part moves through trimming, which removes excess flash, those irregular edges formed during the pressing operation. Then comes normalization, a heat treatment process where the forging is reheated and slowly cooled to relieve internal stresses and refine the grain. The result? A tough, dimensionally stable blank, ready for precision machining. Now here's a machine that commands respect the moment you lay eyes on it. This is the Roundo R13S, a heavy-duty section bending machine built to tackle one of the most challenging tasks in structural steel fabrication, bending a massive HEA 650 beam the hard way. That means bending it along its stiff axis, where the resistance is greatest. Roundo machines are legendary in the fabrication world, and for good reason. The advanced hydraulic system ensures smooth, controlled movement throughout the entire bending cycle, with continuously variable speed adjustment, so operators can dial in exactly the right feed rate for each job. But here's what really sets the R13S apart. It's equipped with interpolating axes. That means the machine can produce multi-radius shapes along a single profile in one continuous pass, something that used to require multiple setups and a lot of manual guesswork. The Roundo WCNC4 software package takes this even further, bringing a full profile library, automatic bending cycle calculation, unlimited program storage, automatic axis interpolation, and self-calibrating routines directly to the operator's fingertips. Krishna Forge Fitting in India represents that blend of old-world craftsmanship and modern efficiency that's keeping traditional forging alive. Their facility produces pipe fittings, elbows, tees, flanges that connect the industrial world. The process starts at the forge. Billets of carbon or stainless steel get heated in natural gas furnaces until they're glowing yellow-white, around 200 degrees. At this temperature, steel becomes plastic, ready to be shaped. Workers using long tongs transfer these billets to massive hydraulic presses. These presses, ranging from 1,000 to 5,000 tons capacity, house specially designed dies for each fitting type. When the ram descends, metal flows into every corner of the die cavity. The sound is thunderous, a deep boom that reverberates through the entire shop floor. Multiple strikes may be needed, with reheating between blows to maintain workability. Fresh from the forge, fittings head to heat treatment furnaces. This normalizing process relieves internal stresses and refines the grain structure. Controlled cooling is critical. Cool too fast, and you get brittleness. Too slow, and you lose strength. Next comes machining. CNC lathes and mills create precise threads and seating surfaces. After machining, inspectors check dimensions with micrometers and thread gauges. Watch this Certum EMO 30-140 panel bender transform flat metal sheets into precise three-dimensional components. No human muscle required, just pure mechanical intelligence. This machine represents the evolution of an age-old craft, where blacksmiths once heated and hammered metal over anvils, and sheet metal workers laboriously worked brakes and English wheels. The EMO 30 to 140 delivers computer-controlled precision, but the principles, those haven't changed in centuries. The process begins with sheet metal positioned against the machine's backstop. Precision references ensure perfect alignment. Operators input the desired bend angles and sequence into the control panel. Then the EMO's manipulator arms grip the sheet firmly, while the bending blade rises from below, applying controlled upward pressure against the upper beam. What makes this machine remarkable is its flexibility. That 30 to 140 designation, it indicates maximum sheet thickness and bending length capabilities. The servo-electric drive system adjusts force dynamically, preventing overbending, while handling everything from soft aluminum to high-strength steel. Multiple bends and complex sequences happen automatically. The machine rotates and repositions the workpiece between operations. Traditional press brakes require different tooling for each bend radius and angle. The Certum uses universal tools, dramatically reducing setup time and tool inventory. Its computer calculates spring-back compensation automatically, accounting for how different metals want to return slightly after bending. If you've ever tried to cut cast iron pipe with a standard tool, you already know it's one of those jobs that can go sideways in a hurry. Cast iron is hard, brittle, and completely unforgiving. And when you're cutting pipe in the field or in a fabrication shop, precision matters enormously. That's exactly where the fine RSG 1500 steps in. And honestly, once you see it in action, it's hard to imagine going back to any other method. Fein is a German company with roots going all the way back to 1867, one of the oldest power tool manufacturers in the world, and their engineering reputation is built on quality that lasts. The RSG 1500 is their purpose-built pipe milling machine, and it's designed specifically for cutting cast iron and ductile iron pipes cleanly, quickly, and safely. Let's talk about how it works. The RSG 1500 clamps directly onto the pipe using a robust, chain-type clamping mechanism that wraps securely around the pipe's outer diameter. By mounting the machine directly to the pipe, the cutting head orbits around the pipe's circumference in a perfectly controlled path, maintaining a consistent cutting depth all the way around. The cutting is done by milling, not grinding, not sawing. A carbide-tipped milling cutter removes material progressively as it travels around the pipe. This is a crucial distinction because milling generates far less heat and vibration than abrasive cutting methods and produces virtually no sparks. The RSG 1500 handles pipes ranging from roughly 4 inches up to about 24 inches in diameter, covering a huge portion of the pipe diameters used in municipal water systems, drainage infrastructure, and industrial piping. The machine runs on a powerful electric motor with enough torque to work through the dense, hard matrix of cast iron without bogging down, delivering consistent cutting speed from start to finish. What really impresses experienced tradespeople is the finish quality. Where an abrasive disc cutter might leave a rough, uneven face with heat discoloration and micro cracks, which can be a real problem when fitting gaskets or couplings, the fine RSG 1500 leaves a machine face that's smooth, flat, and ready for immediate assembly. Steel drums might seem simple. Just metal containers, right? But the manufacturing process you're watching here involves some genuinely clever engineering and precision metalworking that's been refined over more than a century. We start with steel coil stock, typically 14 to 18 gauge, depending on the drum's intended use. That first station is a blanking press, cutting circular blanks that will become the drum ends. Notice the precision. These aren't just rough circles. The edges are clean, the diameter exact because when you're seaming a drum lid, tolerances matter. The body formation is particularly interesting. That flat steel sheet is being fed into a roll-forming machine that gradually curves it into a cylinder. This isn't a single bend, it's a progressive curve through multiple roller stations, each adding a bit more curvature. This gradual approach prevents the metal from work hardening too quickly or developing stress fractures. At the final station, the edges meet and feed into a seam welder that creates a continuous, leak-proof joint down the drum's length. Now watch the beading operation. Those horizontal ribs you see being rolled into the drum body aren't decorative. They're structural reinforcements that dramatically increase the drum's resistance to denting and buckling. The beading machine uses rotating wheels that press grooves into the cylinder as it rotates. Each bead effectively creates a stiffening ring, similar to how corrugation strengthens cardboard. The end seaming process is where precision really counts. The drum body and the end cap come together at a seaming station where rollers progressively fold and compress the two pieces of metal together, creating what's called a double seam. This mechanical joint is so well designed that it's often stronger than the surrounding metal. Getting this right requires exact alignment and the correct amount of compression. Too loose and it leaks, too tight and you weaken the metal. Finally, there's coating and finishing. Most drums receive an internal coating to prevent corrosion or contamination, and an external finish for protection and identification. The spray application you're seeing ensures even coverage, followed by a baking oven that cures the coating. What's remarkable is the speed. Modern drum manufacturing lines can produce hundreds of drums per hour, each one meeting strict specifications for capacity, strength, and leak resistance.